I try to explain to people how magical this place is. And I probably sound hyperbolic, I probably sound, extreme, but I haven't experienced something this extreme or magical in my lifetime. It's a hidden oasis in the middle of nowhere. I mean, it's accessible. It's only 15 minutes from the Palm Springs airport. And you walk in and the stress level comes down.
I think the minute you arrive here and you put your bags down and you're like, oh, I feel a sense of calm. I don't know what's going on, but I feel a wave of calm come over me, and I think this is going to be a good experience.
I came here for the first time in January of 22, and this is my 9th visit. Your body, your mind, your spirit, your heart, it's all here.
I'd been hearing about We Care forever. What is this We Care and why is it called We Care? And so finally, I think it was in 2009, I went, and it was the most amazing week of my life.
When you come here, and I'm speaking for anybody, you can't help but be a better human being when you leave.
Everyone's here to change something, right? Everyone's here to change something. I mean, it could be as simple as wanting to lose weight, or it could be, a serious medical issue that people may have.
I've been coming to We Care for a number of years, actually going on 10 years now, ever since I was diagnosed with a brain tumor. It was a 7-centimeter tumor that was growing in my left frontal lobe. It was a 7.5-hour surgery, and it was a long road to recovery. I've now had 2 rounds of radiation. I'm going for my 3rd one when I get back from here. Palliative care is on board because there's no real great answers, but I feel great. I really am grateful for this place because I leave here feeling like I don't have anything wrong with me.
After a 17-year marriage, the death of my best friend, my business was collapsing, my health was failing, and I just said, oh my God, I've been living my whole life wrong. I'm living it wrong. I shouldn't be in this marriage. I shouldn't have this job. I shouldn't be doing this. I shouldn't be fat. I shouldn't be sick. I shouldn't be hurt. Like, what am I doing?
After I had my 4th child, and I had gained weight, and I was just sluggish, and my secretary said, are you sure you want to do this? There's no food. I said, well, I don't know, but I'm gonna have a car, so at least I can get out if I need to. And the rest is kind of history.
I smoked for 46 years, and I quit smoking here a year ago, January, on a 7-night stay. It taught me that I was much stronger than I knew, and that if I could do that, I could do anything.
I had begun my divorce, and then my father passed 2 months later, and I had 2 choices in my mind. They were, go to Cabo and have fun and do all those things, or go to We Care. That year I came 3 times.
What happens after I've been here for about 4 or 5 days is if I'm a glass and I'm overflowing, I get about an inch at the top of the glass. I'm not overflowing anymore. And suddenly I can think and I can innovate and I can contemplate a problem and I can come up with a solution. This is the only place on the planet that happens. And I think all of the reason for that is Susana.
I think in order to heal ourselves, we need to appreciate our body first. And that's the process of detoxification we have at We Care. It's unbelievable when you begin to do this fasting, how much stuff is accumulated. It is not just in the colon, it's from every cell of your body.
The goal of We Care is to remove those toxins as fast as possible so that you can have a great result and have the body have the ability to rest and repair.
By eating pure food and by periodic fasting to get rid of all these unwanted substance, chemicals that we breathe, we don't know what, but everything that doesn't belong in your body, with the fasting will disappear, and then your body can run good.
We Care started in 1986. And it was just my mom and I was on the phone for hours explaining to people what this is and how it works, and we grew from there.
When I came, it was one building. I think my closet now is probably bigger than the room I stayed in.
We had for the longest time like a 4-month waiting list to get in. So we slowly expanded.
There are so many things that we can do to harness our own body's natural healing abilities, and that's what this place represents. I really have to give credit to the staff, the classes, the ceremonies, the program, the treatments, like just everything.
Our guests come here to do an important cleanse, and what they have to do, it's a lot of work. And we, the workers, well, we're here to help them.
I had never fasted. I'm the type of person that at 3 o'clock I'm hangry, so I didn't know how I would do on a fast. You know, I'm a young mom, left my 3 young kids at home, and I had never felt better.
If I could have driven out of here the second night I was here, I would have, because I was so sick. I was nauseous, I was weak. I mean, it was terrible. Oscar came and took care of me in the evening that night. I said, I gotta get out of here tomorrow. He goes, you're gonna feel better.
Our guests, when they don't feel great, they wanna just stop the program, or they wanna get out of here per se. But if they push their bodies to finish, the outcome is, beyond words.
I woke up the next day and I felt like I had changed my whole life. I just felt 20 years younger, and it was life-changing.
I was so scared to do that first fast because in my head I just said, no, this is gonna be so strenuous. I'm never gonna be able to survive this. Even though I had joined so many people on their journeys, in my head, I couldn't survive without eating food for one day. And sure enough, I took that plunge and my body was so happy.
You come in and you're like, I'm this person who dresses this way and drove this car here. And then by day 2, we're a little nauseous. We're starting to detox not only our body, but our mind. And our mind is saying, oh, relax. Oh, you know what? Like, all that stuff's not really that important. After, 2 or 3 days of fasting, you really get to a level that is very deep inside of you, where you get to really witness your thoughts in a different way than you do when you're in your everyday life. You're going through classes that reawaken your spiritual mindset. You can do treatments like massages and things like that, but really for me, I think the core thing is the way they have it laid out. The juiced fasting with the colonics every day is what does it for me.
This is a very vulnerable place, right? You come in here, you're wearing robes, you're doing colonics, you're not eating, you're drinking weird drinks, and you're putting weird stuff in your water. It is kind of a vulnerable place. And I think vulnerability is where most growth comes from.
I think this place is special, and the reason why people keep coming back here is because you have a collection of individuals who are on a similar wavelength in terms of genuinely caring for their own health and the health of others around them.
At first, when you told me you were bringing me here with no food, we're doing colonics in the desert, in the middle of nowhere, I'm like, okay, Mom, sure, whatever. And then I came here and I truly fell in love with this place.
When you're at We Care, you're in a very safe place in all ways. You can be free to be as vulnerable as you need to be in your robe, getting colonics, all the most vulnerable things we can do as a human. And so, hey, why not have this conversation, tell people what's really going on with you, what you're really struggling with. You don't need to be embarrassed. That's really cool.
Nobody knows anybody's business, and it's just, you're connected like person to person, soul to soul.
Not only we work with a lot of great healers, not only do we meet great people, it's just the information of how important our gut health is to help our immune systems. And who doesn't want to look better, feel better in life? And it starts all with gut health as weaker beliefs.
When you get rid of all these chemicals, these toxins, your head works different. Your heart works different. You are a different human being.
She's an amazing testimonial for her own product. My favorite thing that she says is that your body is not a trash can. Why are you putting trash in it?
She really, really, really embodies that lifestyle as well. If there's anyone else that I can say truly lives it, it is Susana.
Anybody that comes here and understands what this gives you, and the slowing of the aging process and touching of your heart and filling up your cup and leaving a better person, you become a We Care guest, family member for life, right? I mean, we hear that all the time.
My biggest fear would be it disappearing. I don't know what I would do. I can't do it for myself, and there isn't another place that does it. Not to say, badmouth any of the other spas. They're delightful, but this one does something different. And this one saved me. And it saved so many people I know.
It was life-changing for me. I was calmer, I was healthier, and every day I gained on it.
When you go through this cleanse and detox, it's definitely body, mind, and spirit.
It's spiritual, it's magical. The people are just wonderful.
A lot of our guests, when they're leaving, they're already considering their next visit. We have traditions. We have guests that do it every year. We have guests that do it every 6 months. There's your typical guests every other month. Every so often they come, last minutes. Yeah, because of the outcome of our cleanse, and more people, that's why they want to come back.
One thing that's for sure is anybody that comes here, no matter what their situation is, what their goals, what their journey is, they leave here in a better place.